Yes, sir. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Milton Kidd. I am the elections director for Douglas County. The time is now 5:01, and we call this meeting of the election board to order. The first thing that we will have on the agenda is the approval of the agenda. The board will take a vote at this time to approve, if they choose to approve the agenda, by stating aye. All board members.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. The ayes have it. The agenda for this meeting had been set. The Board of Elections and Registration did go through a transition period at the conclusion of last year. So this is the latest incarnation of the board to establish quorum. I'm going to ask that each of the board members please state their name and give a brief introduction to the citizens of Douglas County.
Hello, I'm Aisha Good. I am serving in my third term on the board, well, third year on the board, and I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Kevin Evans. I'm serving my second term on the board, and I'm happy to be here.
Ms. Crochetier.
Yep, I'll go next. Hi, everybody. My name is Michelle Crochetier. This is my almost to my year 2 of my first term on the board, and excited to be here. And I'll pass it to whoever's next.
Mr. Hurry. Okay, we have a board that seems to be difficult. Okay, that was Mr. Maurice Hurry. Mr. Chat.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Here.
We do ask for patience from the city of Douglas County. We are experiencing technical issues due to a storm that is currently passing over. Chad, are you on the line? If you can introduce
everyone, this is Chad Word. I'm just delighted to be here and serving Douglas County citizens. I am 2 days into my new role as a board member here and just delighted to be here. I look forward to serving and working with this wonderful group of people right here. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. We have gone through establishing quorum at this time with all board members present. We have done the approval of the current agenda. We have no citizens that reported a comment at this time. So first off, we will have approval of the minutes for the December 8th, 2022 monthly board meeting. I'll entertain.
Yep.
I'm Aisha Good.
It's been properly moved and second for the approval of the minutes from the December 8th board meeting. Do we have a roll call vote at this time?
Aye. Maisha.
Hi, Kevin.
Hi, Michelle.
Hi, Chad.
For board members present, that is a passing vote. The fifth board member, Mr. Hurry.
Hi, Maurice Hurry.
Okay, you back on now. Okay, so that's the unanimous vote for the approval of the minutes for the December 8th election. And now we come to the election of board leadership. I'll entertain any motions for individuals for the chair of the Douglas County Board of Elections and Registration starting the 2023 election season. We have nominations for chair.
I nominate Aisha Good.
Okay. Are there any more nominations for chair of the Douglas County Board of Elections and Registration at this time? Okay, we will go to a vote. If there are no more nominations, we will do a voice vote as well for the chair of the Douglas County Board of Elections and Registration. We will start with Mr. Maurice. Are you on the line?
I'm still here.
Okay. Ms. Maisha Good has been nominated for chair.
See me, hear me?
I can hear you. What is, are you, I'll entertain a vote at this time by the board for Ms. Maisha Good for chair.
Okay.
Board members, this is our time to vote.
Yes.
Aye.
So aye.
Yes. Aye.
Aye. I guess vote for myself, aye.
Okay, that is a unanimous vote for chair. I'll entertain nominations for vice chair of the Douglas County Board of Elections and Registration at this time.
I'd like to nominate Maurice Hurry.
Second, Maisha.
Are there any more nominations for vice chair of the Douglas County Board of Elections and Registration at this time? Seeing as we have no more nominations for vice chair, I'll entertain a vote for chair for Maurice Hurry of the Douglas County Board of Elections and Registration.
Hi, Kevin.
Aye, Maisha.
I'm Michelle.
Are there any more votes from the County Board of Registration? Okay. Seeing as 3 individuals have voted, or is there any dissenting votes for Maurice Hurry for Douglas County Board of Elections and Registration Vice Chair? Okay, congratulations, Mr. Hurry and Ms. Maisha Good. I will turn the meeting over now to Ms. Good as the newly elected chair for the 2023 election season of the Douglas County Board of Elections and Registration.
Thank you, fellow board members, for your vote of confidence. I look forward to our continued collaboration and partnership in making sure we move things fairly and equitably in the county as it relates to elections. And I look forward to working with you, Director Kidd, and your staff. So next we'll move forward to felon hearings. Are there any at this time?
Hello, everyone. The state of Georgia is in the process of changing voter registration systems. Because of this, monthly list maintenance activities, including felon letters, will not be sent out to counties until the transition is completed on February the 6th. That concludes the felon hearing report.
Thank you, Deputy Director Green. Are there any questions from the board? Okay, hearing none, we'll move forward to office operations report.
Office operations report will begin with Mr. Malcolm Unvala, elections coordinator for Douglas County.
From January 3rd to January 6th, members of the election staff attended training on the new voter registration system called Jarvis in Athens, Georgia. The rest of the office moving forward will be attending local trainings throughout the state in late January and early February. And in preparation for this transition to the new voter registration system, the office has processed its entire backlog of applications and various registration activities.
Okay. It's good.
Okay, thank you, Malcolm. Any questions from the board?
I just have a quick question. If Malcolm could share with us any feedback on the new system from the training or any insight into some of the differences, that would be great.
Sure. So we currently use something called ElectionNet that was implemented back in 2012. That's over 10 years at this point, which is a very long time in the tech world. So this is a much more modernized system. I'm very much looking forward to using it, and I'm sure Tisha and Milton can add their input as well. But I'm most excited for how it will serve us during active elections, as election has always been a bottleneck for the early days of voting, and that's often what's causing our slowdowns and causing lines. So this new system, I think, will go a long way to addressing that.
Okay. Any more
Yes.
questions? Okay, Director Q.
This particular component, it is the voter registration system. The voter registration system is the database by which all of our voter files are housed. This is the individuals that are registered in each county to vote and the information that is assigned to them, as well as their registration number. So there's the election system, but this is the voter registration system that we're talking about is being updated.
Okay. I have two questions. One, will this be ready for the municipal election?
It will be ready for the municipal election. The go live date for this new system is February the 6th.
Okay. And secondly, in our current voter registration system throughout the state, typically there's outdated information. So how will that information be updated? Will it be more frequently? Did they discuss that or not?
The voter registration rolls as far as information in years like this is what is considered, there's an election every year, but in odd election years, we perform what is called list maintenance activities. There will be several list maintenance activities, update voters' information that go on throughout this year.
Okay, thank you. Any additional questions? Awesome. We look forward to seeing this launch on February 6th. Next, we'll move into old business.
1 second, there is more to office operations report.
Okay.
The next piece of office operations report. The elections office has been in communication with the municipalities representing Douglas County that include the city of Douglasville and the city of Villa Rica in order to ensure compliance with election law and the fact that the qualifying fees for the municipal elections have to be posted by February 1st. The city of Douglasville has asked the elections director and staff to attend the next city council meeting to give an update regarding the plans for a municipal election season. The county has a standing intergovernmental agreement with the municipalities to conduct their elections. And the final piece of office operations report is in preparation for the November 7th general election, the office was also verifying our use of certain precincts that will be used during the municipal election season. One of those precincts is Lithia Springs High School. We were concerned because Lithia Springs High School is currently going through renovations, but we have been assured through the school system that this location will still be available as a polling place location. Therefore, no voters will be displaced from this particular precinct. This concludes office operations report if there are no questions.
Okay. For the municipal election, besides the city council, mayor, what are some other positions or ballot measures that would be on, or do you know right now?
The ballot measures and things like that don't necessarily have to be submitted at this time. We will have a more complete look at the municipal election ballot besides the offices that are currently up around the August timeframe when qualifying will take place for this November election.
Perfect. And I have one question and maybe food for thought. So in our last election, we used early voting places and election day places. They were some of them were staying, right? Same election day, same early vote day. Have there been any thought or discussion about maybe if a location is an early vote location, like the Douglas County Courthouse, for example, that maybe it won't be a location for advanced voting or vice versa? Because there was some confusion, a little bit of confusion at some of the precincts.
I do understand that that logic, but the fact that Douglas County right now at this point has limited number of large enough facilities to isolate those two, which is part of the reason why some of the locations are advanced voting and election day precincts. We're kind of bound based off of geographical areas for election day precincts, but and we're bound by the actual number of facilities within the county that choose that either choose to, because they're a county facility, or for election day, the facilities that allow us in their facility.
I understand. Thank you. Any additional questions for Director Kidd or staff? Okay, thank you. So now we'll move to old business.
Okay. During the last Board of Commission meeting, I asked the Board of Commissioners for permission to begin looking for a new facility to house the complete election and registration department. We have begun identifying potential sites, and we'll be looking to secure a location and funding for that change through the Board of Commissioners.
Okay. Sounds exciting. Looking forward to it.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Any questions from the board? Okay, so we'll move forward to new business.
Mr. Mbalo.
For new business, the Church of Chapel Hill has opted out of being a polling place going forward. Due to this fact, we have begun the process of transitioning those affected voters to Chapel Hill High School and using that as the new polling place. Once this change is in place, all affected voters will receive a new precinct card. I do want to add that this does not affect this year's municipal elections, but will be in effect by next year's presidential preference primary, and that transition will be completed by the end of this year.
Okay. Any questions? Okay. Ms. Green, you have something?
No questions with that. Do anybody have any questions for Malcolm first, and I'll continue? I'm sorry. Okay.
No.
February the 12th through February the 15th, the office will be attending Georgia's annual Gabrielle Conference to maintain our elections official certification. That will be held in Chapel.
Okay.
Okay, the last piece of new business is during odd election years, the Board of Elections Administration typically reviews the bylaws of the board with the help of legal counsel to make any changes recommended by the current incarnation of the board. Please take time to review the bylaws that were transmitted to you today and be prepared to make any suggestions or changes during the February 9th board meeting. The board at this time should have already received the current bylaws. This concludes new business at this time.
Great, thank you all. Any questions before we move forward? Okay, so hearing none, may I have a motion to move into executive session to discuss a potential litigation matter where no vote will be taken?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
It's been properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any nays? Okay, so at this time we'll move into executive session and we'll be back momentarily.
Okay, ma'am, you have the floor.
Thank you, and thank you for your patience. We were in an executive session where we discussed a potential litigation matter, and no vote was taken. At this time, are there any board member concerns? So hearing none, so before we adjourn, I just want to congratulate Mr. Chatword. Welcome to the team, welcome to the board. We look forward to working with you. And also, I wish all of you in the Douglas County citizens a blessed New Year. So happy New Year. And we truly wish you and your families all the best. Our next regular board meeting is Thursday, February 9th at 5:00 p.m. and it will be virtual. So again, February 9th at 5 p.m. If there's no other business at this time, may we have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
It's been properly moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, I'm sure this is all ayes that we are adjourned. So have a great evening. Thank you, Vice Chairman.
Good evening, everyone. Stay.